I'll start by introducing myself to all of you. You might have already seen me in your flyer. My name is Reece Aguilar. I was a debate coach for the University of Southern California. That is a pretty interesting university, if I may say so. I've coached a lot of good debaters, blah, 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 did a lot of interesting things, and now I'm here to help you learn how to argue against Proposition 16. We're going to learn about making some interesting arguments. I'm going to read the tongue twister out loud, and I want everybody to repeat after me when I say so. But first, this is what you're going to have to do. Watch us do it all. She sells seashells on the seashore, and the shells she sells are seashells. I'm sure, and if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashell shells. Birdie, birdie in the sky, laid a turdy in my eyes. If cows could fly, I have a cow pie in my eye. How much ground would a groundhog hog if a groundhog could hog ground? A groundhog would hog all the ground he could hog if a groundhog could hog ground. I want to hear all of you at the same time. Let's go. Every single person in the class, when I count to 3, try and read every single thing that you see on the warm-up tongue twister. All right? On your mark, get set. I'm going to set a timer. Go. Everybody.
Seashells on the seashore. The groundhog would hog all the ground he could hog if a groundhog could hog ground. Groundhog could hog ground.
Right. Well done. I heard occasionally maybe someone stumbled on like one syllable, but that's all right. Even I stumble, right? Here's a bonus one for you. Betty bought butter, but the butter was bitter, so Betty bought more butter to make the bitter butter better. Is there a time when you think maybe you should look more serious? What do you think? Hannah, when should your face look more serious?
When you're saying like important things.
I agree. When you're saying important things, the answer is probably when you're saying something important, right?
Well, yes. And also when your dad just lost your job and is very unhappy.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen, but we do want to be saying things. We want to be using our face as an instrument. Your face tells a story. Everybody look at my face. Look how happy I am. See, this tells you I'm having a great time teaching all of you public speaking because able to shine, sharing is caring. Our lessons are fun, and I love having fun. That's what you can tell by looking at my face, right? But if I just kept it like this, well, this would just be really boring. Just keeping my face still like this. Who wants to see that?
Hello, my name is Jerry, and I am a resident living in California. In California, there are many school resources, and one of those resources I recommend is Google. Google is a very good resource because with Google, you could actually just search something up, and then there will be a list of results. Also, having a Google account, you will have many different access to different things, like Google Docs. Google Docs is a self-saving, easy-to-use type of document, just like Microsoft Word, except it saves onto your Google Drive. You also have Gmail, which you could email other people, and they could email you back.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
So a quick note. Pretty good overall, but don't forget we need our introduction. Tell me your name, tell me where you're from, and tell me what you're here to say. You did the last part, but you didn't say your name and where you're from. Now, you need to make sure your question's targeted. That was a great speech content-wise for why Google might be a great thing. But we also want to make sure that we address other things. We want to make sure that we focus on the social aspect. So Google Hangouts, for example, or Gmail could be excellent. But pick one of them and then say 3 points for why those are good. Speaking wise, when we think something is important, we do a pretty good job of emphasizing our voice, of being louder. Being louder is something that you do pretty well, Jerry, when you think something's important. But at times we're a bit too quiet. At times we speak a little too quietly and we could still project our voice a little more. But overall, you did a very good job, Jerry. Excellent job. Well, what did we learn today? I think just to recap, we learned some important things about the fundamentals of speaking. The fundamentals of public speaking, as categorized by our CEO, is that we must maintain eye contact, obviously, right? Our volume and our tone is very, very important, okay? Our volume and tone is important. We don't want to sound like a robot the entire time that we are speaking, right? No. Do you think we should sound like a robot? Raise your hand if you think the answer is no. Who thinks the answer is no? Okay, yeah, thank you. What about if I gave a speech like, dude, like, I'm gonna talk like this. Yeah, we totally, is that a good way to talk? That sounds monotone. It doesn't sound formal. Never speak that way in front of your audience at all. We want to have our energy present, right? So in addition to that, we use our hands. We use gestures to emphasize how important something is, right? Never move without purpose, like I told all of you. My hands are my instrument. My hands are my instrument. And then the last part was facial expressions. Your face is also an instrument. Your face and your hands tell a story without you even saying anything. You look at my face right now, you can tell how excited I am to interact with all of you because you all are very fun and very talented speakers. So I think that for our homework, this is what we should be able to do. Our homework is we should prepare a 2-minute speech about Prop 16.
You know you were able to shine.